What is the role of the hands and the feet relevant to chronic pain or performance-related issues? That's a question we get asked a lot. And maybe the simplest way to think about why this is important is that relative to force and the idea of force translating through your body in some way, shape, or form, the only way that that's essentially possible in most cases, through the day-to-day life that most people are living, is largely through your hands and your feet, right? You create force by pushing against the ground, or you're grabbing something with your hand and you're pushing and you're pulling. That's really going to account for the vast majority of things that go on in people's lives. So we think about the hands, for instance. What are people doing with their hands, right? Whether you're an athlete or you're a non-athlete, you're probably holding something in your hand that people 20, 30 years ago weren't, right? And that would be a phone. And you're probably holding that device more than anything else on a day-to-day basis, and using, in all likelihood, your dominant hand much more so to do it. So we thought about this in a really simple way, right? We're seeing increasing levels of things like lateral epicondylitis, medial epicondylitis, tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, carpal tunnel, I mean, you name it, right? All these conditions are essentially a byproduct of neurological imbalance that starts to take place from holding a device off to the side. So maybe the simplest way I can explain this is to think about the exact sequence neurologically that happens here. The head typically starts to round forward, the shoulder moves forward and up, the elbow slots out, the wrist curls over. So what are the things that we're seeing? I mean, here's one of the most basic. In the hand and in the thumb, we're seeing your average person wind up in a scenario where this joint is sitting so far forward, crushing the nerve that runs down into it. So you're seeing people come in with a disposition like this. Their hand doesn't sit neutral anymore, it is pronated, right? Pronation is the action of the wrist kind of rolling in. So if we took a step back, right? Your body is a series of different joint systems that sit on top of each other. You have a physical wire running from your brain into everything you can move, touch, and feel, and you also have a vein that delivers your blood supply. These are the two most crucial things that matter. And again, if we're thinking about the hand, if at any point along the path of where those nerves or veins are traveling, as a result of these joints twisting the wrong way on top of each other, and then systemically movement happening throughout your day, repetitive movement, right? Holding a phone, right? Computer, you name it, there is compression that starts to take place. And it will let you know your body will let you know, for that matter, that it's not liking it in the way of some sort of pain or discomfort. Nerves don't like to be compressed, and if this goes on for long periods of time, this is what will happen. We see the same thing in the feet, and it's really amounting to, in many cases, the big toe. That is hugely, hugely important. Similar context with the feet in that most people are losing one or both of their connections to their big toe, and in turn, they might roll off it, they might roll deeper into it, but if they're losing the connection to that big toe, it has a profound result in all the musculature up the legs. Moving forward, if this information is relevant to you and you want to learn more about your body, come and inquire about getting an assessment at NRP.